Hello. Hello. How are we today? Happy spring equinox to everybody. Everybody. Good day for Astara. Spring equinox is finally here. Hopefully, for most of the Northeast and the Midwest up north, you will not be getting snow. And Mateo is in the camera. My son just crawled out of the couch. Sorry, everybody. Um, So, we're here today to talk about nature wakes up. Okay, the growth is about to accelerate. We're going into Aries, a new year, on May 20th, um, as well as, you know, getting out of Saturn and Neptune, which was in Pisces for almost 3 years. I know Saturn can be a bitch. You know, it's not easy. Saturn is the police officer of the zodiac of planets. Um, when he says he wants it this way, he wants it that way. Um, New moon in Pisces is intuitive and dreamy, and you know, it starts today, and then with the spring equinox. It's the otherworldly. The veil is going to be very thin for those of you that are incredibly intuitive, empath, psychic mediumship abilities. It's going to hit us, you know, right before 2 days before the spring equinox. Yeah. And so all this intuition. And so for the past couple of days, I'm sure all of you have been dreaming deeply, very in-depth dreams, very intuitive, feeling a little off. The spring equinox, you know, that we have right now. And then on March 20th, the beginning of Aries season, the cardinal fiery sign, um, you know, representing the wands and the tarot, a fire sign, and Mercury stops going retrograde on the 20th. So, woo, can we say hallelujah? Because when Mercury is retrograde, boy, things can go a bit haywire. I know that, especially with cars, technology, electricity, computers, your phones, our cell phones, and things of that sort. So Mercury retrograde ends on the 20th as well. Yes. It'll also be, like I said, the astrological new year on March 20th. It's gonna lift up the fog. Decisions will be easier to be made. Not having to procrastinate any projects. Go ahead with projects. Go ahead with new decisions. Go ahead with all that. I normally like to wait when Mercury is retrograde and Mercury retrograde ends to kind of give it a little bit of a shadow period. So it ends on the 20th. Maybe if you were prolonging something because of Mercury retrograde, I'd probably wait till Tuesday-ish to um, start something new or fix something or anything you're going to install with computers, technology, phones, fix your car, those type of things. Also, I forgot to say, for those of you that are Irish, I'm half Irish, um, hope you all had a good St. Patrick's Day. Um, Yesterday, a lot of people were celebrating and having a good time. There were some difficulties. I know I saw in New York City they had a fire, but they still went on with the St. Patrick's Day parade. I'm originally from New York City. I'm usually part of that parade with my friends. So, we're also leaving, not just leaving, Saturn and Neptune for the past 3 years or so, or almost 3 years or so. Now we're going into the new the new year, astrology year in Aries. You know, it's leadership, it's going forward, it's aggression, it's outgoing, it's also, it has a little bit of impulsiveness. It's our ego, it's being there, overly direct, being a pioneer, being inventive, intelligence, momentum. So I believe that this new astrological year with it's in Aries is going to go real quick. Things that were once slow are going to start coming in fast. Um, and it's in the year of the fire horse, which is nice. For the next couple of days, we should rest, pause, relax. Dream what we'd like to manifest for the new year. I know I've been doing that. And the year of the fire horse, what do we want to manifest for this year in Aries in the fire horse year? Mm, You know, what do we want? What do we want to do? Set those intentions, write them down, drop it in. You know, something sacred of yours, and make sure in a couple of months, see where we're at. Are we manifesting our goals? Because it's not going to happen by itself. You're going to need to give it a little push. Obviously, everybody is, but go back, write down what you'd like to manifest, put it away, come back to it, or maybe hold it. I used to hold it in my wallet, and then e- every once in a while, maybe like in a month and a half or 2 or 3 months, I go, oh yeah, I have this in here, and I'd go look, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I did that. Okay, that's coming. I see that coming. Okay, and just take a look and see what we're accomplishing in comparison to where we had, a slower year with Saturn and Neptune, and just everything going as it should be according to Neptune, because that's what he is. He is about restriction, about being on time. He's about doing everything the right way. If you don't do it the right way, or if something comes up in the zodiac and you decide, oh, I'm not doing that, it's it's good. You're going to be made to do so. It's not like you're going to go, oh, you know, I'm going to just blow that off. No. And even with Aries being a fire sign with optimism, aggression, and going forward, he's going to be the same way too, as well. The same way. Many of us are going to be um, looking for better health this year, better nutrition, watching what we eat, taking care of our families, taking care of ourselves, our children, our families, everything. There's going to be a lot of second house, the money we make from the job we do, from the people we know, for the other things that we might do on the side. And the fourth house is friends, family, anything that has to do with the home, your intimate family, your family of friends, anybody within that circle. Also, there might be a lot going on with our sixth house, which is our health, how we take care of ourselves, how we nurture ourselves, how we do taking our medicine, taking our vitamins, going to the gym, taking care of you. That's going to be a big thing with the astrology this year, you know. So again, now that we're in the year of the fire horse, get on the saddle, you know, of life, and go on your new year that you want to manifest. Okay. Spring is here. So we need to look forward to renewal, growth, good, positive outcomes, expansion, forward momentum, especially with Aries. Um, what do you want? What would you want for the spring? You know, what kind of intentions do you want to grow? Um, and we should be doing that, because if we're working on it now, then when the moon goes from its, right now we're in a waning phase because we've already had the full moon in Pisces on March 3rd, the blood full moon. We're in a waning phase. What do we want to manifest? What do we want to bring about while we're in the waning phase, so that when we get to the waxy move phase, we're starting to see the results. We're starting to see how things are coming about that we want to bring about, because we're manifesting, we're dreaming it, we're writing it down, we're thinking of it, we're sleeping, we're wishing about it, and we're talking about it or thinking about it all the time with self or with others. Those things are so important when you want to manifest. You know, the new moon is going to plant some seeds for new beginnings. When Mercury goes direct, it'll clear that path, so there are no difficulties with having that Mercury retrograde that we have, because when Mercury's retrograde, everything goes so much slower. And with spring equinox, Ostara, that activates that growth. I mean, spring is about growth. It's about growing nature, growing ourselves, finally being able to move forward onto something that we're manifesting, that we want to bring and into our lives. And we need to let go of what no longer serves you. What's holding you back from moving forward? Get rid of it. Because with Aries being that leadership, fiery realm, it's going to move it. It's going to push you to have to get rid of it. So it would be best if we try to get rid of it on our own and take care of that ourselves. Take care of our health ourselves. Take care of our teeth ourselves. That's another thing. Second house also rules teeth. Fourth house rules family. Second house rules money, finances. Sixth house again is taking care of health, taking care of self, taking care of the others around you, and also relationships. How do we relationship with our bodies? Those type of things are incredibly important. Again, this is going to be an astrology year in Aries, and it's going to be bold. Bold. Aries is bold. It's a fire sign. It's going to come in like the ram, and it's going to go boom. And things were going slow, and like I said, everything's going to go like that. Everybody obviously different, depending on how many projects you have or what you have going on at work. If you have projects at work and there may have been delayed, I'm going to say they're going to come around. So be ready for that. I love working on projects, so I'm looking forward to that. The universe is literally handing you over a life reset button for you to go, okay, all these things were delayed. And now that they're delayed, okay, they are going to have that reset button go, bing, and then everything that has to do with career and new creativity and life's purpose, the new life purpose for new beginnings and new relationships and new projects and things of that sort are all going to be coming about. Yes. um, you know Life's purpose, self-awareness, much more of self-awareness is going to be coming about, especially with your health. Everybody's going to become more health conscious, although we should be all the time as well. But it's going to be more serious, especially for those, I want to say, over 44. If you're listening to this uh, video for the tarot reading, which I will do here in a moment. I'm almost done, but I wanted to really put that on because we have a lot going on. We've got the spring equinox, we've got the new moon in Pisces, we've got the sun sextile Uranus, and we have the new astrological year in Aries, all in this week. It is a lot going on. And there's been a lot going on for this March. A lot of changes have come into play for a lot of people, whether they're good or bad or have changed our lives permanently. You know, the sun sextile Uranus, excuse me, happens when it's approximately 60 degrees apart. I'm pretty sure it's exactly 60 degrees apart. Springs a wave of creativity, innovation, opportunities coming your way. And it kind of coincides with the new astrological year in Aries, spring Equinox-OSTARA, sorry, my accent. And it brings in innovation, opportunities for personal growth, gain, encouraging you to embrace change. Like I said earlier, change is inevitable. The, that Aries, a, a fire horse in Aries is going to come in and it's going to go, and not in the same way Saturn would want you to change. It's going to be more like delay projects. Nope, it's on your desk. Um, let's say you delayed your wedding for some reason. Oh, nope, everything's a go now. We got the hall, we got the church. All of a sudden, it's just going to be like, boom, everything's going to start opening up. More clarity, more opening up of projects, more opening up of plans. Um, Being able to express your individuality to others, the people you love, um, your family members, express your individuality. This is the time, okay, to express your individuality, especially with Aries. Aries is blunt. Aries is a blunt fire sign, fiery rams. You know, he puts it out there. He's overly direct. He's a pioneer. He goes forward like a pioneer. Ruled by Mars, he's confident. You know, he's all about action, all about optimism, with a lot of energy. So when all these new projects come in, that's why I said we all need to take care of self health, our bodies, sixth house, taking care of things that we need to do, because with that Aries and the fire horse and that being ruled by Mars, and then we've got the new moon in Pisces for us to set seeds while the moon is the moon is waning until we get to the waxing phase of the moon, which we are there, okay, because the new moon starts the waxing phase till we get to the next full moon. So I would start now, since we're just getting out, like today's day, we're just getting out of the waning phase. The red blood full moon we had on March 3rd, and all that time we were waning, and now we're in the new moon, spring equinox. Now we're going into waxing season. Let's manifest what we want till we get to the next full moon. And new moons are always like kind of I wanting to manifest. All new moons are about manifesting what we'd like to see, what we'd like to experience. What kind of manifesting would you like to experience and see in your career, your ambition, your self worth, your family, your health, your well being, your diet, your physical body? How much money do we want to create? How do we want to take care of that in the second house? In the fourth house, family. How do we want to make those changes with our family? Self-expression, caring, nurturing, well-being, how we care for the earth, how we nurture with our animals, how we nurture with our children, our young children. It's time for everyone here to explore new ideas, change, be adaptable. A lot of mutable signs, Sagittarius, Pisces. We are two of those. Want to say, we have, a lot of mutable. We those signs, and then there's one other sign. I'll think of it when I'm not thinking of it. I believe it's Virgo. We have a lot of that where we can move. If things change, You can move, you can adapt, you will change. If somebody says in the fourth house, that might be a lot of people in the fourth house. When the fourth house is in their sign, just FYI, people have a tendency to move a lot. Oh, I got to move for my job. Oh, my son's got to go to school here. My kids need to go here. Um, my husband's got a new job. We have to move. We have to change. We have to change. Move from Houston, Texas to Dallas, or maybe we have to move, you know, from Manhattan to the city of Chicago. Things like that. Just things that come up real quick, and then you're moving. So I want that's going to be a big feature this year as well. Um, Break free from the past. Let it go. Let the past stay in the past. Get rid of what no longer serves you. Get rid of toxic people, toxic environments. It will be better for your health for all signs. And a lot of the signs that are incredibly sensitive, there are many of you, not just water signs like Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. There are a lot of sensitive signs. You know, Virgo is very observant. They're a sensitive sign. You know, um, Taurus and Capricorn. They're very strong. They're built to be very loyal, very strong, very stick to the guns, very loyal. But when it comes to change, that's very hard for those two earth signs. Taurus doesn't always like to change. If they can if you give them the house of their dreams, they'd probably stay there for 30, 40 years. But if they had to if they were there for 20 years and then they said, "Oh, we have to move," they might not be like, "Ooh, I don't want to really do that. I really love it here. I love everybody that I've been here for so long." Taurus likes to graze in their pasture, sorry, and they're comfortable there eating that grass or being in that house for 30, 40, 50 years. But it is that's another thing with this astrology new year, the astrological new year in Aries. There's a lot of emphasis on the second house, the fourth house, sixth house. And I want everybody to keep the lines of communication open, pers- you know, don't try to not stay with the boring routines. Try to change it up a little bit. Pursue your passions. And there's going to be with this new astrological year being in Aries, there's going to be a lot of new opportunities, good news coming your way. You know, um, you might have somebody new come into your life, or a new inheritance. It's all about new, unexpected new things going forward, plans that were delayed going forward, things that opportunities that you thought were gone coming forward. Um, a reset button in your life, and a lot of people, a lot of signs are going to be seeing that, especially no, especially the water signs. I want to say um, pretty predominant would be Taurus, Cancer, Leo, Capricorn, Pisces. We'll see a lot of that and feel that. Um, I want to say, and obviously Aries and Sagittarius. I want to add those to the mix. Sagittarius is the centaur of the zodiac. They're pretty good with change. Aries is good with change. Leo, their heart is always very strong and very bold. And sometimes, if change comes with family or friends, if someone's sick or someone's not doing well, it kind of affects them. They're very wholehearted. It affects their emotions pretty deeply, as do most of us do. But Leo's really strong about that, and they're always out there to help others if they really need a helping hand. So, enough with the astrology. I'm going to be opening a box, and that's the box. And I will be pulling cards. I am looking at. Mm. Okay. I'm going to go with the Spellbound Tarot. And I like the Spellbound Tarot because, for one, I like it because it's very worldly. And I also keep, since it's very worldly and it has a lot of descriptors in it, I also like to keep my chakra stone in there. For those of you who see that. Okay. And I keep that with my cards because the cards are aligned with the different chakras. Okay, I'm going to take a minute. Okay. All right. Let's do the card. See what we got. I'm going to do a 3-card spell. It'll be really easy. There we go. And if we need some clarifications, this is a collective reading. Everyone, if you'd like a reading with me, please go to Danu's Celtic Worlds at facebook.com and you can message me and book a reading that way, or you can go through hipsy.com and book a reading under Danu's Celtic Worlds with me, and you can book a reading that way as well. That's the second way. The third way would be to email me at Danu's Celtic Worlds at gmail.com, and we can talk about the reading that you're looking for and set up a time to talk and get some guidance and consultation through my tarot reading. I hope I hear from all of you. That would be lovely. I would love to assist and help all of you. And I think we're just about right. Oh, yeah. See, going through. We're pushing in. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Ah, lovely. We're beginning with the Knight of Cups. I'm going to put it as close as I can. Yep. Knight of Cups. Wait for go back. Knight of Cups. I love this card. It's funny that I got this card because I did a reading for someone today and they got this card too. It's actually come up a lot this week. Okay. And the Knight of Cups is all about, getting bold, being brave, setting boundaries, being there for others, kind, on a journey. They like to actually they like to be able to be the one that comes and rescues. The Knight of Cups also usually has movement, more movement than it's in this card. The only cat card in the tarot, or the knight that doesn't move, is the Knight of Pentacles. That is the only standing still knight. So that this knight likes to go forward. They show bravery. They show kindness. They'll be there for you. They're a female, or it could be a feminine or masculine figure. I don't like to put gender on cards because we're both, or even all of us in the collective are both made of both feminine and masculine personality traits or traits, innate traits. depending on how we're raised. Okay. They will be there for you if you need them. This is good. So for those of you, okay, the Knight of Cups, it could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, you know, it has to do with transformation, empathy, being there for them, sensitive, keeping their word, being there for others and their family, having a rich inner world, deep connection with others, loyalty. This card is this Knight of Cups is so loyal. So that would be Cancer again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It could be their sun sign or their rising sign or their ascendant. Same thing. Um, if you know anybody that of those signs that either have that in their sun sign or their ascendant sign, their rising sign, it would be more predominant. Let's see what we got here with the next card. Oh, beautiful. New beginnings going forward. Wow. Great. The Ace of Swords. Okay. The Ace of Swords. And then the Ace of Swords is so beautiful. I love the Ace of Swords. This is about beginnings. This is about, oh my gosh, starting over, anew. Okay. This is about actually having a, a certain beginning that you've been wishing for. I mean, you've been wishing for this, okay? Come on, can I have this? You know, it's a pure form of the masculine element of air. Air signs predominantly would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. And Gemini usually falls in the third house of communication. Libra falls in the seventh house of partnerships, marriage, hidden enemies. Aquarius for air signs are usually in the 11th house, community, friendship, social groups, kind of like the man of the town, the community, real friendly. That would be predominant for the Ace of Swords. Okay. It's success, truth, awareness of victory from determination. Do you know anyone that has been working hard for something and working hard with determination? That would be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, an air sign, or are you an air sign that's been working hard, taking an active now approach? You know, I'd like to see this happen now. You know, um, leads with spirit, leads with dexterity, with thoughtfulness. Swords are big because swords rule the mind. Okay, cups are ruled by emotions. Swords rule the mind. So whomever this is, and a Gemini in the third house, Libra in the seventh house, Aquarius, Libra in the seventh house, Aquarius in the 11th house. Swords rule the mind. They're trying to, they're trying to go. They're doing things with determination, dexterity, you know, awareness, success, truth. If they've been working, whomever this may be in your life, if not, then you can call me for a reading. We can do a personal reading. But if there is someone in your life or yourself that this pertains to, they've been working hard. They've been working with dexterity. They've been working with honesty and truth and trying to get that determination to go forward, move forward with strength, connection, connection, and getting to the point where they have opportunities coming to them because they worked hard for it. All about what's in your mind and going forward. How am I doing this? How am I going to get there? And they get there with determination. This is a lovely card. This is great. The Ace of Swords. This is fantastic. You know, we want to be noticed, take action. You know, this is also victory and justice, kindness, victory and justice, kindness, caring, healing, bringing deep understanding, compassion for others, loyalty. This nine is loyal, intelligent. Okay, taking notice, victory, patience, achieving what they started, achieving it. That's a lovely card. New beginnings, winning attitudes. Yes, winning attitude, getting to their destination with determination. Love it. Let's see what we got for the next one. Ah, the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands. This is great. The Six of Wands is great. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get a hell yeah? The Six of Wands upright stands for victory, coming back from a battle, being victorious, kicking ass. This is working hard, doing things hard with sensitivity, empathy, healing, having deep understanding and compassion, using intellect, swords, using intellect, emotions, sensitivity, working hard, using intellect, being successful, mature, okay? You know, heroism, justice, achievement, using the brain. Wands represent the mind, how we use our mind, how we use our thought process. And then we come into a total victory. Six of Wands, total victory, victory, upright, a victory, a victory over something battled, something lost, something needed, not being able to obtain it, a victory. Wands consist of Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, fire signs. Okay? Creativity, life's purpose, awareness of victory. I want to see if maybe we can. I'm just going to do a clarity card, but this is great. This is fantastic. I want to see. I want to see this for everybody. Okay. This person has been through a lot. Whoever this may be, I'm getting that. That he's, I'm, I'm seeing that this knight is going through the edge of the ocean on the beach, kind of like when you do when you take your shoes off and you walk in the water, but you're still on the beach looking for seashells. But he's on his horse. He's gone through a battle. He's taken a lot of shit. So whoever this is may have been going through some strife or some difficulties with things, and with strength and courage and healing and deep understanding and sensitivity and and connection with others, compassion, they've overcome this feeling like they're have to go into a battle. They're loyal. They do what they have to do, and they're coming over. They're overcoming this by stepping into the Ace of Swords. Okay, Okay, it's the most pure form of the element of air. Okay. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, those signs come into place. Those individuals, if you have a male or female Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, this may pertain to them as well. That they've overcome potent element. You know, they're taking action. They're creating new beginnings. Optimism. They're winning the battle. Winning the battle. They both of these cards. Winning the battle. You know. Now they have a chance. Now they have a chance to think out of the box, a new way of thinking, because they have a new beginning coming to them. And with that new beginning, there is a victory. A victory. Beautiful. Like, can I see this every day for my reading? Can I get a hell yeah? This is a great. Six of Wands is a victory. And oh, for sure. You know, I can tell you, I can actually probably show you. You can't really see it in this card, but I can show you in a traditional Rider-Waite card, so you understand what that looks like in the traditional Rider-Waite. And it it come in if they come in on the horse, yes. And the Knight of Cups is usually he's holding a cup. I forgot to tell you that he's holding a cup. I don't know if you can see that. He's holding a cup. Victory. Victory. Oh, this is so wonderful. It really is. What? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Put my other deck down. Here's the Six of Wands. My spell deck, right? My spell tarot. And in the traditional Rider-Waite, there's the Six of Wands. So you can get a better picture. A victory. So whatever this individual went through, he went through sort of a battle. He's coming back. He's winning. He's slowly coming back, walking through the water. He's discerning. He's got empathy, sensitivity, compassion, bringing deep understanding of what just happened. Compassion, a victory, a night of victory. With the Ace of Wands, he's coming back with, pure form of transition, connection. You know, he's cut through the fantasy, and he or she's embracing what it is. He or she's embracing what it is. It's a new beginning. It's winning battles, winning battles, winning battles in life, winning battles with emotion, winning battles of addiction. It could be any winning battle. There are a lot of things that all of us go through that we have to win battles with in our lives, and sometimes have to cross that bridge to get to the other side. But this individual has, or these individuals have. This is a collective reading. This is a win here. Winning of a battle. Victory. Victory. It's the same card, just a different picture. Six of Wands, Six of Wands. This is a victory. They've overcome Whatever obstacles that they had in their way, they've overcome the battle. They've come back all in one piece with their mind, with strength, with self dignity, with self understanding. They're going to get over that hump. New opportunities, just like I said, with the Sun sextile Uranus, new beginnings, unexpected opportunities, pursuing your passions, victory, using your mind, how society sees us, using intellect, victory. This is a great reading. Okay. I love this. I'm going to pull, I've got my right away. I'm going to pull a card and see if there's anything else that we need to know to about this lovely victory. Anything else comes up. See if we can complement this and see if there's anything else we can learn from this story. It's a really small deck. I mean, oh my big hands. These are like my purse size, my little mini me's. So what do we got here? Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. She's wise, has tuition. She also has her cup beside her. She thinks about everything and everyone. Intuitive, great mom. I want to say, with this victory, we have the Knight of Cups, and then we have the Queen of Cups. I want to say it could be that they're in some sort of relationship. I don't I don't feel like it's love right now. If it's that kind of partnership, I'm getting because this is the first card. This is the first card I'm pulling. Um, so I'm getting the beginning of something great. They get along really well. Water, 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 water. Let's see what we got here. Sorry. To clarify the Ace of Swords. Oh, beautiful. Oh my God. This is a great reading. I love this. We've got the Ace of Swords and then we've got the Three of Cups. Celebration. Celebration. Fantastic. A celebration. Well, maybe there is. Got the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups. We've got intellect, termination, going forward, richness, integrity, swords using the mind, using intellect. And the outcome is celebration. Celebration with friends, celebration with friends. Now, if this was the Four of Wands, I would say this is a celebration like a Sabbath, a wedding, um, uh, you know, a baby shower, that type of thing. This is a celebration more like with close friends, close family, close knit. This is starting to look very lovely. For some of you, I'm going to say that maybe you announced something and friends are over. Maybe you are partnered with, maybe the Knight of Cups is partnered with the Queen of Cups, or vice versa. Again, it could be masculine or feminine. We both have masculine and feminine in all of us, so I don't want to say any gender. We all have both of those entities within us. And they're using their mind, they're using their strength, they're using their courage, their sensitivity, their compassion, their love. You know, they're bringing deeper understanding and connection with one another, using their intellect, using uh, moving forward, and they have a celebration of some sorts with friends. This is friends celebrating. Like, hey, I got a new job. Let's go out. Let's celebrate. Come on over. We'll have a couple of beers. We'll throw some ribs on the barbecue, kind of thing. We have a victory as well. So we have that celebration, and we also have a victory. Let's see what happens with the victory card. Okay. Oops, card turned over. I'm not. This is lots of cards turned over. Can't pull all those cards. Okay. Nope, that's not it. Oh, the world. Almost pulled two cards there. The world. This couldn't get any better than this. This can't get any better than this. You have a victory, and then you have the world. The world, the wheel of fortune. I thought it was the world. It's the wheel of fortune. And either way, it's a fantastic card. You have fortune, gratitude. Things are moving your way. Things in the world are moving your way. From now on, we're going into this astrological new year in Aries. Things are now going your way. Okay, because in this card, it moves. So we have that character there. He's moving around, and these are all the four elements around them, around this wheel of fortune. So they move. The wheel of fortune is moving through the elements: earth, air, fire, water, in victory, in fortune. You have victory and good fortune. This is a great reading. I'm going to, at the end of the, we're only going to pull two more cards. And at the end of this, I'm going to actually leave the cards here for a couple of minutes for all of you to see, and give you a couple of minutes to, if you've taken notes or if you've been listening, to see if you know these individuals may be in your life. Okay. They could stand for many different individuals. Okay. And also with my small deck, I also have obsidian. Obsidian is great. It's a good protector. Okay. I'm going to put these on my cards. It's good for protection. It's good to have around your house to block unwanted entities, or unwanted spirits, or unwanted energies. It's really to block unwanted energies. You know, like, I don't like when people come hang out and they're just so negative. It's like, dude, what the fuck you doing here if you're gonna bring everybody down? Or, if it's a woman, I'll say, come on, we're here to have fun. Negative, leave it at the door. Leave it at the door, right? Just leave it at the door. Nobody wants to hear negative, negative, negative. No one. I know I don't, right? No one, sorry, no one wants to hear negativity. No. If you're going to bring negativity, you can leave it at the door. Especially when you've got this celebration, all of this beautiful mind and air and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You've got this beautiful celebration of friends. Something wonderful is happening. You've got this beautiful victory, and then card you have Wheel of Fortune in your favor, Fortuna. And for both the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups, that could either be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Do we have anybody in our lives that this pertains to, or has it in their sun sign, which is the day we're born, or in our rising sign, which is our ascendant? It could even be in your moon sign. Your moon sign represents how we are at home, how we relate with ourselves at home, our personalities at home. The moon sign is kind of like our inner self at home. Okay. 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 I'm going to pull my next card. Is going to be the healing the past, patterns and regrets. Let's get rid of it. Like I said, let's get rid of it. Okay. This deck is very hard to shuffle. The cards are very thick. Like I feel like I'm trying to shuffle wood. Okay. And one more time. Okay. See what we got here. Okay. All right. Oh my God. We've been talking about this the whole time. Exactly what spirit is telling us. Okay. Exactly. And again, I love this. This is beautiful because it reminds me of the chakras. This deck is the healing of the past patterns and rewrite the future. And this is great. I picked this and I can't believe it. Okay. It says release toxic attachments. Toxic ties drain your energy, everyone. Leave it behind. Leave the past in the past. Move forward. New beginnings. New beginnings. Cut the cords and reclaim your freedom to your new beginning. Release toxic attachments. At this time, we're going into the astrological year of Aries. Get rid of it. Get rid of what no longer serves us. Get rid of toxic environments, toxic people, naysayers, narcissistic individuals, people who are going to try to manipulate and play games with you. Anyone that doesn't have positive, outgoing well being, wants the best for you, wants to care and nurture. If they're a kind of person that's self undoing or doing trying to hurt other people by being playing mind games, head games, manipulating, toxic environments, we need to get rid of them. Release toxic attachments, toxic ties drain your energy. Cut the cords and reclaim your freedom. Beautiful. I love it. All right. I'm going to leave that here as well for everybody to take a look at. When I'm done, I will turn the camera around so that you can see it for a couple minutes. And then our last cards that we're going to be doing today is our angel number cards. Yay. All right. I'm sitting in such a short chair, I feel like I'm sitting on the floor because this desk is so low for some reason. If I sit up too high, I'm going to cut my head off. So I have to put it low so everybody can see because I'm tall. I pretend. So I have to scoot it down really low to the floor. Let's see, let's see. Give us the number, if you please. Give us the number, if you please. Spirit guides. Okay. Okay. Hold your vision. Told you about that when we were. Hold your vision. 1551. Hold your vision. Manifestation, abundance, money, dreams, vision, and prosperity. Like I said in the astrological reading, astrological new year for Aries, new beginnings, unexpected opportunities, abundance, moving forward. Focus on the good and maintain your concentration and outcomes of your desire. It's time to put your faith and time into your ideas and pursue your goals with all your might. You have such a beautiful, courageous, and brave spirit. Don't let that go. I'm going to leave the card here for all of you to see it. And then I am going to put the computer down, my camera down, so that both of them can be shining on the cards so each of you can take a look at the cards. And then I will log off and I'll see you soon. I'm coming back here on March 20th for our astrological new year in Aries. Well, I will have another reading for everybody. If you'd like a reading from me, please go to Danu's Celtic Worlds on hipsy.com, or you can go to my YouTube channel at Danu's Celtic Worlds YouTube channel, and you could um, leave me a message there, or you can go to my Facebook and you can go to Danu's Celtic Worlds, facebook.com/Danu's Celtic Worlds, and schedule a reading with me there. I'd love to meet all of you. It's such a blessing to have you. I'm so happy to have all of you here with me tonight, and I had a great time. This was a fantastic reading, and bless all of you. I wish you nothing but the best. Here's your angel number card. That works. Have a good evening, everybody. Blessed be. So mote it be. Merry we meet, merry we part, and merry may we meet again. I will be back on Friday, the 20th, for the new astrological year in Aries. And I look forward to meeting all of you. Please book a reading with me. I'd love to meet all of you. You can start off with a small reading, and once you get to know me and you love my readings, I'm sure you'll be back. Promise. Blessed be. Ciao. Okay. I hope all of you have a great evening. I will see you soon. Look forward to seeing you on Friday, March 20th for the Astrological New Year in Aries. Have a great evening and blessed be. Be safe.